taking on a team from the Big 12, the Arizona State Sun Devils. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Sun Devils ready to get this thing started and open the season. Bringing it out. Slips through the line. Oh, what vision. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is headed to the sideline with a little bounce in his step after scoring on that kick return.
And he should have some bounce in his step. How about the effort, weaving in and out, covering all that space, great blocking on the play, and he does the rest. You don't put guys back deep that can't roll. And you could see when he got in the open field, he rolled out.
On the move from inside his 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. Looking downfield on first down. Dances away. He'll throw it. Got it in the middle. It's Brown. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
To the air on second down. Good quickness to grab it off the bounce. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30. How about the big tight end keeping his concentration off that deflection?
And a lot of times you see those contested catches, but the deflected catches, those are just good bounces. Nice job by the big fella, continuing to concentrate and see the football, but a nice break for that thing to bounce right to him.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And on that play on the RPO, they had the look they wanted, but up front, they just could not get the job done. You see linemen losing their one-on-one battles. There was nowhere for that running back to go.
Wants to go up top. It's complete. Snowed under by the defense.
Nice job by the quarterback, pre-snap and post-snap. He knew the defense was going to be playing zone coverage, and there was no doubt in his mind where he was going with that football.
The Sun Devils come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. On the option. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. On fourth down, they could boot the field goal, but looks as if they'll go for it. On fourth down, trying to find his man. Big tight end makes the grab, first down, still on his feet. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line.
Well, to heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that fourth down, but they decided to go for it, throw it. They're looking...
Got enough space, and you'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Sun Devils! A tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with a touchdown.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he's going to bring this one out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Looking to throw at Simmons. Taking a shot on the first play. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
After watching that interception, I just wonder if this kid's too amped up tonight. He was so excited to take the field. He thought this was going to be a game that he could stat it up, but he's going to have to do a better job tonight with his decision-making. That is not how you want to start a game.
Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Looking to throw on first down. Setting up the screen. Oh, he's got some space. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Rides the back on the option to give. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. They're going to go to the air on third and short. Fires to the tight end. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
When you got a weapon this good at tight end, a quarterback, you've got to look his way, especially in this area of the field, because remember, it's the red zone where these windows are so small. Nice job getting the completion and picking up the first.
He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking to fire. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Arizona State. Fitted in the window for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. And now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last. Turning it on! Got enough for the first. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
You know, in the SEC, you're going to have to run the football if you're going to win games. And you can go on and on talking about great Auburn running backs back in the day. But right here, right now, if this team's going to win an SEC championship, they need to force-feed this guy the football and let him go to work.
Turns it on in midfield. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
Looking downfield at Simmons. Finds his big tight end. He get it down to the 35 before he stopped. 10-yard pickup on the play, and it's a first down.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
And the Tigers with the 1st and 10. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. He's already got 46 yards for them on the ground already in this first quarter. He looks as if he's ready to put up numbers. They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10. They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. He'll go out of bounds, and he steps out right at the 8-yard line, and this offense is in business. Auburn comes to the line with a 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Tigers. They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. Setting up for the extra point and the tie.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Takes it the other way. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Auburn. That's one of those plays you put a highlighter beside it. Can really swing a game.
100%. There's a couple plays a game when you go back and you look, you're like, man, that changed the whole outcome. What an unbelievable play by the defense, not just to get the turnover, to score the points off of it.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. A strike downfield. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the 1st down. That's the end of the period, and Auburn has the lead. Fireworks aplenty in this first quarter, and these two teams put up some numbers as we look at the stats. Will we see more offensive firepower on display, or will the defenses finally find their footing? We're ready to go here in the second. They've got a first down here to open the period. The offense changing the play. To the air on first down. The sweet feet buy a little time. Got him downfield. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. And off from the shotgun. They make the stop inside the 25, working closer to that red zone, a gain of 6. Line of scrimmage will be the 24.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So then getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the first down, though.
Got some room, made it to the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Sun Devils.
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option. You've seen the evolution with the scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
And the kick is good, but there's a penalty flag, and I think it's going to be roughing the kicker. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Looks like he's going to bring it out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Direct snap. Good pickup on the ground there. Give him 5 to the 16-yard line. Guys, let's chat a little big picture Auburn. They start the season in the top 10. Ideal position to make a run. But what do they need to avoid?
Well, I think you avoid the talks about me and where we're at, because that doesn't matter. This team's got a lot to prove. It's a very talented team, but they got to start the season off fast. That first impression makes a big deal in all these voters, Jesse.
Yeah, I think a lot of these players are hungry to prove that top 10 ranking is legit. But talking to some of their guys too, David, they actually feel like they're not ranked high enough. They actually feel disrespected being where they are, which is pretty amazing considering this is already a really great jumping point. I can't wait to see how they play today.
He's up to 57 yards rushing, and that is quite an impressive first half here in this season opener. The Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Dropping back, it's Simmons. Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic. Fortunate to get it back.
This quarterback is living dangerously now. Threw a pick earlier in the game, and he almost threw another one right there. These windows are tight. He's got to be really good with his decision-making.
Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. Got his man on the right. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This Auburn offense doing work. They're set up with another first down. They'll try it over the left side. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Let's talk for a second about Auburn. The portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul that really could set them up for success this season.
They did, and they didn't go bonkers and go crazy, Jesse. I like how they just saw a couple guys that they thought fit their system, fit their culture, and now they're bringing them in so they can rise the tide of this team.
Yeah, this feels like a curated roster, right? They only had a few holes that they had to fill up, but they went out, they put their effort into finding the right guy. They feel like they've upgraded their roster with just a few portal additions.
Now facing a 3rd and long. the gun, wants to pass. Never has to leave the pocket and fires over the middle. Picked off! What a play by this defense! Was looking for a little more daylight for a big return, but he'll settle for the pick and setting his offense up at the 24. Wants to throw on first down. Throws for the tight end. He makes the catch. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Well, we knew coming into this one, the tight end was a big part of this offense, and you've seen it early in this game. They've moved him around. They've thrown it to him in a lot of different ways. Defense is going to have to make some adjustments trying to stop this guy.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. He's got an open man. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Fires to the wideout. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Might be changing the route. He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll take a deep shot here. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their heads. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
The field goal is no good. After that failed field goal attempt, fellas, still tie ball game. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They're going to run it to the right. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Throwing right. And his first pass is incomplete. It's tough to come in and fire one early.
Well, it's a simple play. QB's just looking for his big fella, the tight end, and he couldn't reel it in.
Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it down the middle. At the 40, there he goes. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
He had him open there, and I know this quarterback expects to make that throw.
It's a tough throw because, again, you got a couple steps on a guy. That's not wide open. These DBs are so fast, but that is a throw that you do expect a guy like that caliber, to be able to play a little pitch and catch and make that happen.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Just keep slinging it. Caught over the middle. It's Robinson. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
They go to the ground. Breaks into the open. He's up to 73 yards rushing already here in the first half. It's a season opener, but he's in midseason form.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
They'll give it to him again. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
And as an offensive coordinator, you don't need the perfect play with this guy as your running back. He's going to make the play perfect for you because he makes everybody miss. Spin moves, hurdles, stiff arms, speed, whatever it takes to move the sticks and score.
And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn!
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he's not going to take the touchback. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Quarterback on the keeper. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge...
Fires one high and deep. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Quickly complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Line getting set on second down. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Wide open downfield. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Final seconds of the first half, they'll send out the field goal unit. And the holder will spot it on the 14 for a 24-yard attempt. And it's no good. He missed it. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Just just about set here in the second half as Auburn about to kick it off. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Arizona State has the ball back and the offense making its way onto the field. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success. And so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
The give to the back. We've seen a ton of this tonight. They just keep giving him the ball, and he keeps running into brick walls. Not much running room again. Here on third down. He wants to change this route. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Finds the tight end. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
Third down, man. You'd think this offense would want to throw it down the field, at least past the sticks. With this defense,
they snap it to the up end. He'll try to run for it. He's not going to get there, and they'll turn it over on downs. The fake doesn't work.
Well, that play's going to backfire in their face. They obviously thought they had the look necessary to go and execute that fake punt, but the defense, they were expecting it.
They're looking for an advantage to the right. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Give to the running back. Powers through the defender. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. Grab near the marker. It's Davidson. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. How valuable is a tight end in the red area? Now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
I love it. Find the big fella down in the red area. Big target, works the middle of the field.
Touchdown, Tiger! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And the running back gets his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You could tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Duke had an impressive showing at home today, and I know the fans outside Krzyzewskiville are ready for hoops, but pay attention to what's happening on the gridiron too, people. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great. So I know offensively, I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Making side adjustments here. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
He'll return it from around the 50. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. So here comes the Auburn offense. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
They'll run play action. Got it in the middle. It's Staley. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw.
Headed to the end zone. He now has 115 yards on the ground, and with that run, he eclipses the 100-yard mark in this season opener. After coming up with back-to-back explosive plays, here they are 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tigers. He has spent a lot of time in that end zone and an absolute assault on the scoreboard.
No doubt about it. And guess what? I get to make a lot of highlights. I can copy and paste all of these touchdowns, show everybody the game I had, and the defense, well, you're just going to have to shake your head because you've been getting dominated.
And he's going to bring this one out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Quarterback may change this route. Going to sling it on 2nd down. Here comes the heat. And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Tigers.
Awesome job by the linebacker there in coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes, spying the QB, knowing where that ball was going to get thrown, and then the ball skills, just to pluck it out of the air and take it back for a touchdown. Awesome work.
49, Arizona State, 21.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part.
And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception.
Well, coming out of the tunnel in the 3rd quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the 3rd quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the 1st half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better.
Touchdown, Auburn! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And added on again. This offense has done whatever they want, however they want, and this lead has ballooned. When you start a season off, you want to build momentum. You want to defeat an opponent and beat them badly. That's exactly what they've done. This team looks ready to compete for a national championship.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And he's not going to take the touchback. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Going right to work up top. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
Going to try to pop one on the screen. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on first down. And the Sun Devils come to the line in the hurry up. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. Looking to throw on first down. They're setting up the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
Hey, on offense, you got to know when the play's over. And that one there, nowhere to go with it after he caught the football. You start trying to juke guys. You start trying to run backward. This ain't high school anymore. I mean, you used to be able to make that play years ago. You're not doing it here in big-time college football, though. Not good.
He's going to take off. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. The safe call on the wide receiver screen.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Let's see what they dial up on this 4th down. Remember, they're 1 for 2 so far in the... Converts on 4th down. Still going. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Looking downfield on first down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection this time. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Lots of room to run. Touchdown, Arizona State! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. The kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. And he's going to bring this one out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The give to the back. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
That pass is incomplete. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet. Bringing it back. Touchdown, Auburn! What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Man, what a really nice job by being disciplined by this defense. Like, understanding I'm trying to rush the passer, probably a passing situation type of a deal, but doing it with some discipline. They try to sneak the screen in. They were ready for it. Nice job.
And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues. He'll try to take it back, and he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
And this has been the story of the game. Everything going their way. Offensively, special teams, and now on defense. Here in the fourth quarter, they're still being aggressive. They're still jumping these throws. And he picked that thing off and took it all the way to the house.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a non-profit, man, like a charity, giving the football away too much. Got to take care of the football, Jesse. Otherwise, you got no shot to win this football game.
You're right, man. At this level of college football, it doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter who you're playing. If you're sloppy and you put the football on the ground or you throw picks, you're going to find yourself behind on the scoreboard.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The Sun Devils racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Quarterback making checks. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passed, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Got the first down and more. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on. Is delivered for his offense all game long.
And it's difficult to contain athletic quarterbacks, but man, when everybody plays their assignment, it's a beautiful thing. I understand I got to take away this. I got to keep my eyes on the quarterback, make sure he doesn't pull that football. They weren't fooled, and the quarterback had nowhere to go with it.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Really nice awareness by that guy, too, because it looked as though his momentum might carry him out of bounds, might stop the clock, but he knew to get down. He was fighting to make sure he fell down in the field to play, and as a result, the clock keeps ticking.
On the ground, it's Robinson. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
Brings up 4th down.
Fourth down and 1, and they'll go for it. Now on the move. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
He's brought down.
This has become almost automatic. 4th and 1, go for it. They did, and they got it.
No doubt about it. No discussion. I don't need to consult my offensive coordinator. I don't need to consult my defensive coordinator. We're going for that, and we're going to get it, and we're going to go for it. And if we don't get it, we're going to go for it the next time.
They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues.
And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch. Not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Oh, the ball's on the ground. Oh, and just like they threw it up, put it on the ground, fall on top of it, still get the first down.
What a lucky break.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. And while this game is all but decided, the offense's job is to score. So they might try to score again. He'll do it himself. And he avoids the tackle with a slide.
I'll tell you, you do not see a lot of big men with the ability to run like that defensive end did right there. The offense trying to trick him, trying to get the quarterback to the perimeter of the field, but just big man chasing down little man and getting to him quickly. That was impressive.
And the offense is content with where it is. They'll take a knee.